involved in it. It has to be the same thing for you. It was the same for me when I was going through middle school. That's when I had the greatest amount of difficulty in math. And I had to turn off the TV. I had to learn how to sit down and actually do the math. Okay? So this is one of those things that you have to eat, sleep, and drink. Math. Okay? Do not rely on memorizing to study math. You actually have to know it. You can memorize it, but most likely we've all seen on math exams, it's a little bit different than the way it is on a practice exam. So if you actually study it, you actually learn it. If you don't know it, get tutoring for it. We're here to help you. But do not memorize outside of your formulas. Okay? Read your textbook. Whether it's online or an actual textbook, you actually have to read it. If you do not read it, it's going to be difficult on the exam because a lot of stuff from exams come from the textbook. Okay? Study math according to your learning style. I'm a visual person, so I would be on YouTube watching videos. Visual people love visual stuff. Okay? If you're a text person, if you're a person that loves to see writing, you'd want to see it in a verbal version. If you're kinesthetic, like you have to be doing different things at more than one time, find what works for you based on your learning style. Get help the same day you don't understand. The best part about math is if you get help the same day, that's a question that you've already answered. Then you freed yourself up to answer more questions. Okay? But if you don't get help that same day, those questions will build up over time. And some of those questions you might forget. Okay? Get help the same day, either through tutoring or your professor's office hours. Be relaxed and comfortable while studying math. The greatest part of math anxiety is when you're nervous during studying, you're going to be nervous during the test. Okay? So try to find a way to shut that off so that you feel more comfortable learning math. And comfortability in math brings comfortability in testing. Talk mathematics. Talk to somebody who doesn't know anything about it. Teach it to someone who doesn't know anything about it. And if they can teach it back to you, you've mastered the concept. So it could be very well your brother, a concept that you've learned from your brother. Teach it back to him. And if he understands it the way you taught it, he's mastered.
Amazon's toward line for that.
Lastly, develop responsibility for your own successes and failures. One thing that I've seen in a lot of math classes is when a test is not taken or when a test is not passed, it's the professor's fault. No, it's not. We have to show up. We have to actually give the exam. It is your responsibility to take the exam. However, if you don't study enough, if you don't have enough time to study, if you don't come to class, it's going to be difficult for you to pass. All of these items build up over time. So when it comes to math anxiety, be on time. Use your professor's office hours. And feel free to come in here and ask any questions that you want. There's tons of us in math that can help you. We're here to help you and be successful. Overcoming math anxiety. This is the circle that occurs. From math anxiety comes avoidance. And when people avoid math, guess what? It doesn't go away. All of you are students. There's a certain amount of math that you have to take for your career. And guess what? If you push it back to the end of the last semester, you might be here a little longer. Okay? The goal for math is take it early and get it out the way. Take it early in your program and get it out the way. That way, when you're done, you're done. But if you wait until the last minute to take math courses, it's going to be hard for you to get the professor you really want. Because everybody has their preferences on who they want to take. It's going to be hard for you to get the professor you want, but at the same token, it's going to be hard for you to be able to overcome those different anxieties that you have as it relates to math. Everybody has it. And the longer you wait, the worse it becomes. So take your math classes as soon as possible. Breaking the cycle. The day will come. Very well may come sooner than you think. That you will pass your exam like a boss. Okay? Oftentimes we go into math exams and we just wonder, how is it that we can get through it? Look at this kid. He set my face after passing a math test. He's actually passed it. And then this cartoon I actually found on Google. It says, I wouldn't have passed that math test without my fingers. I can always count on them. Okay? Math anxiety is not lifelong. You will not be in math forever. A lot of my students say we won't use math after this class. Very well may be true. But you will need math in various aspects of your life, especially in your career. We all will need it when it comes to our paychecks. You need to count it. You need to make sure it's correct. Okay? When it comes to your living expenses, I use it every single month when it comes to budget. I know exactly how much I can spend every single month. Okay? Math anxiety, you can get beyond it if you have the proper resources. Now let's go to the back of this sheet here. The second page. Some myths about math. Men are better at math than women. Do you actually believe that? No. So that would be a no. Okay? In my experience, I've seen both men and women are pretty much equal when it comes to math. There is a best or correct way to complete math problems. Is that true?
Okay, I think that's asking.
There is a best or correct way to complete math problems. You think so? I think there's a way to do it. I think for each individual person, they have a way that they do things. I use a linear version. Another person may say, I'm going to put some stuff here, some stuff there, some stuff there, some stuff down here. It's totally up to you. There's a way to do it, but the best way is up to discussion. You have to have a mathematical mind
So why would you use it
to understand math. Is that true? True? No? Why do you say no?
I'm not a math major, I'm an animal studies major, but I'm really good at math. My brain's on dogs, but I can do a quadratic formula just.
All right. So, you don't have to have a mathematical mind to be successful at it. Now let's go to this back page. This is actually the last part of the presentation. How do you become successful and develop math confidence that will help you to get rid of math anxiety? Number one, do math every single day, at least 15 to 30 minutes, where you're actually practicing how to do problems, how to get to a solution, watching a video on YouTube, or studying with friends. It has to be at least 15 to 30 minutes a day for you to continue to get those concepts. Okay? Schedule. Schedule some time in your schedule to study. A lot of people say, I study whenever I'm done with classes. Well, we all know, whatever you don't schedule, it may not be remembered. Schedule time to study. Okay? Not just for math, but other classes. Prepare adequately. Make sure you go to every class and read your textbook. If you do not prepare adequately, it's going to be difficult. Not just in the beginning, not just for the test, but for the overall course. Okay? Prepare adequately. Start organizing folders, your notebooks, your notes. Start organizing. That's the best way of preparation. Identify and, of course, eliminate negative self-talk. Practice good self-care. One thing about math, everything that you do during the day surrounds math, such as getting enough sleep. Coming to take an exam on 3 hours of sleep is not going to help you to be successful. Okay? At least 7 hours, 7.5 to 8 will help you to be more successful in passing the exam. Make sure you're eating properly. Okay? You don't want to start an exam and then your stomach is growling. It takes off your focus. Learn effective ways to relax and manage stress and anxiety. I always tell students, study more at the beginning of your studying period, and then as you get closer and closer to the exam, you study less. Okay? No cramming. Lastly, seek help, either through a study buddy, Student Success Center, or the Math Tutoring Center. Any questions? Any questions on math anxiety? Now that you know how to combat math anxiety through developing math confidence, I wish you much success. That's all I have for you. Thank you for attending.